What's going on, Giants? With me is our special guest that finally he's able to join us. My friend from New York, fellow Giants fan, goes by the name of Mass Gambler. Mass Gambler, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be on New York Giants Talk. I was going to wear my Saquon Barkley jersey, but instead, after last night's complete terrible loss, I decided to put on my Jason Sehorn throwback
Wow.
that I got 20 years ago and somehow still fucking fits me.
Wow.
It's awesome. Got the Super Bowl hat on. I'll never stop wearing. Can't take the Super Bowl away. But again, pleasure to be on the show.
For all our viewers that are too young to remember Jason Sehorn, he is known as the last great white cornerback.
That's for sure.
There's not too many left in the league. I don't think of any. But besides the point, welcome, Mass Gambler.
Thank you.
Welcome, Giants fans, to another edition of Post-Game Recap. It's been a long fucking day with work. Thanksgiving break is upon us. But unfortunately, our fucking team couldn't win last night. We'll start off Bucs-Giants recap. The Giants lost a heartbreaking another loss to the Tampa Bay defending Super Bowl champions, Tampa Bay Bucs, 30-10. Quick thoughts, John. What was your reaction to the loss?
Well, listen, to be honest with you, I wasn't shocked. I do a pool, football betting pool, and I had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 10.5. I knew that they were going to get smacked, the Giants, after Tampa had lost last week to the Redskins. And listen, it had to be done. The offense is stagnant. It doesn't go anywhere. As we saw today, we'll get into it later with the Jason Garrett firing. It just was something that had to be done. I wasn't stunned by it. We scored one touchdown. That's because we had first and goal from the 5, and Andrew Thomas caught it. That was a highlight in itself. That might have been the best part of the game last night, without a doubt. Wouldn't you agree? And
I think that play wasn't even intended for him. It was just one of those fucking messed up plays that ended up turning it out in our favor. I agree. I told my other friend, Chris, who's a Giants fan, watching the Giants every Sunday is like a bad 4.5-hour movie every fucking week. No enjoyment whatsoever.
Really
to the point where half the time I'm checking fantasy, checking work emails. That's never me when during a Giants game. You know that. I don't miss a game. 0-16, 16-0. I fucking watch every single snap. But it's become to a point where I'm just numb to the fucking losing, and I don't know what else is going to take for them to get.
You might know this. How many touchdowns does Barkley have this year?
I think two against the Saints.
Thomas almost has the same amount of touchdowns Saquon Barkley does. I mean, I know Barkley was injured, but this is an offensive lineman that almost matches him in touchdowns.
He has more touchdowns than $72 million Kenny Galladay.
Don't get me started on Kenny Galladay.
He had one catch yesterday for 12 yards.
And I saw that because I watched the first half and fell asleep with that boring game. I saw the Galladay catch. I thought he was in for a big game. He caught it on that first drive, if I'm not mistaken.
He's probably fucking miserable. Doesn't even want to be here anymore.
Terrible.
But
he just got here.
Yeah. I told all these other fans on this channel, you gotta lower your expectations because this team from time in and time out will fucking kill you and kill your heart and kill your determination. And doesn't inspire any hope when you watch this team play. They fall to 3-7 on the year. Comes up to my next topic. Big day in Big Blue Land. Jason fucking Garrett, the clapper, is no more. 86 JG. Long time coming. Your thoughts?
Listen, I thought at first Jason Garrett was a good signing. He come from a head coach position in Dallas, going back to a more comfortable position as offensive coordinator. But it's obvious. I'm not going to lie. I really don't think it's all his fault. I really could point a lot of this on Daniel Jones because Daniel Jones, is he an RPO quarterback or is he a step back shotgun quarterback? No one fucking knows. We're in year 3 or 4. We're in year 4 now. Now we're in year 3 completely with Daniel Jones. But it's like we don't even know what kind of quarterback he is. How can Jason Garrett know what kind of offense? Last night they were on that RPO, and it looked like Michael Vick was running the offense. It just shocked me.
Yeah.
It just shocked me.
Yeah, I don't really get the play calling. He deserved to be fired. He was absolutely atrocious. Not one play looked promising. We're 3rd and longs. We're running fullback draws to Elijah Penny. It's 3rd and 20, and we run quarterback bootlegs with Jones, who just gets walloped on every fucking play. I'm surprised his head hasn't come off this season yet. Some of these plays, like that 4th down that we went for it, where he just ended up getting sacked, threw interception to the linebacker. At the time, you see on the sidelines, Joe Judge is staring at Jason Garrett, looking at the play clock, running down 25-20. Still hasn't called a fucking play. Apparently, Kenny Galladay was seen shrugging his head and fucking shoulders, just shaking his head in disgust because Tony and Darius Slayton, who just disappears now, he's irrelevant. They don't even know what the fuck the play is. It's just terrible. I don't know why anyone would want to be on this team anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if Saquon decides to turn down any deal we give him and test free agency, as well as he's just been a terrible bust.
I mean, listen, we got to have high hopes that Freddie Kitchen comes in, another former head coach of the Cleveland Browns, comes in here and notice something about Daniel Jones that works. I hate to always pin it on Daniel Jones. The quarterback always gets the hate, but it's just the fact that it's been so long. The offense the last 2 years under Garrett has been boring. It's been pathetic. Me and you text during games. Like you said, it's 3rd and 13. We're running wide receiver screens with cornerback playing the receiver on the line. I mean, it's not even like it's drop back zone coverage. It's just he's not putting, there are talented athletes like Shepard, like Tony, like Slayton, like Galladay. They're not put in a position to succeed. I can't blame it all on Jones, but we have the weapons. The talent is there. Sometimes you need a change to shake it up. And
yeah, we'll see what happens. Apparently, I didn't know this because it's been a year ago, and every game has just been a blur and recent memory. But apparently, last year when Colt McCoy went down to Seattle and we beat the Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
I did not realize or remember that Jason Garrett was not even at the game that day. He had COVID. Freddie Kitchens was calling the plays, and he let Colt McCoy, Texas Longhorn, represent win over the Seahawks. And look at Colt McCoy now, man. He's leading the Cardinals. I mean, they're good.
Who would have thought keep Colt?
Yeah, and
I didn't want
who's a good offensive lineman now for the Cardinals? Short arm Justin Pugh, ex-Giant lineman, who apparently has produced better since he's been off the team, just like Eric Flowers, just like Jonathan Hankins, DeMontre Moore, you name them, they're succeeding. It's like they're like the fucking Mets. Jason Bay, 48 home runs, comes to the Mets, stinks it up.
Worst
contract. But that's another disgusting franchise I'll talk about in another time. So yeah, Jason Garrett's fired. Could be good news. Pros and cons we discussed. Do you think Joe Judge will be safe this year?
Listen, when Joe Judge was hired, again, I'm going back to when this all happened. I like the hiring. I like Belichick disciples. I really believed he was a good guy. He's a strict guy. Again, we just are lacking the two things that have made us successful in the past. We don't have a running game with an offensive line, and we don't have a pass rush. Now, it's just so much that he could do with the talent that he has. We have some talented players at those positions that are underperforming. So it's the fact if we put these kind of things around him, maybe he would succeed. That goes back to David Gettleman and what he's trying to focus on. But at the end of the day, there's just so much you put on the head coach. There's other coaches. There's so many coaches in football, more than any other sport. And that is for a reason. That's because everyone has to focus on their one part of their job. And I don't think that's happening right now. So I think Judge deserves one more year personally, in my opinion.
Yeah, if Giants fans, if you're still listening, which I hope most of you are, John Mara is, I think, just finished paying Ben McAdoo this year in his contract. I think he has another year paying Pat Thin-Skin Shermer. And if the Judge gets fired this year, he has to pay him for the next, I believe, 3 more years. I don't see that happening. Apparently today, New York Daily News, Jordan Renan also as well as confirmed that Mara believes in Joe Judge. He doesn't want him gone just yet. Debating on how we finish the season. If we lose every fucking game and we're getting our ass kicked every game, then that's one part of the story. True. That might happen. As well as I used to be a Joe Judge believer. I liked his cool, disciplined demeanor. Players seem to love him and respect him and play hard for him. He's not for everyone, as you noticed in the offseason. So many players, mostly were fat bench scrub linemen, couldn't handle the conditioning, couldn't handle all the running. They quit. They retired. A lot of people, especially Eagles fans, fuck you, Philly. A lot of those fans thought Joe Judge was a high school Tommy Toughnuts. Still yet to be seen. I believe in him. Can he turn this around? Who fucking knows? But, yeah, I just don't see John Mara firing him just yet, specifically because of all the coaches he still is paying that are no longer employed. Number 4, Daniel Jones' future. What do you think is going to be?
This is the topic I was looking forward to the most. I was at Daniel Jones's first start on my bachelor party in Tampa 2 years ago when he made that miraculous comeback in the second half and we beat Tampa. I was there. I was a believer in Mr. Daniel Jones. I was. He obviously tricked the fucking shit out of me because I am going on year 3 with Daniel Jones as a New York Giants quarterback, and I am ready. I was already ready last year. I tried giving him one more chance. It's got to be done. And this is the most important stat that I saw today on the bottom of ESPN. Daniel Jones is 0-8 in primetime games. So not only did he go to Duke University, where he played no big-time games, no big-time opponents for the most part, and not win anything big, he comes on primetime NFL TV, and he's 0-8. He runs a half-ass RPO. That interception he threw last night to the defensive lineman might have been the worst of his career. Yeah. Probably is the worst of his career. It's got to be done with Daniel Jones. We got to blame somebody. We're saying we can't blame Judge. I'm saying we can't blame Garrett all the way. It's got to be on the quarterback. Like you said, we won in Seattle last year with Colt McCoy. We could win with somebody else, in my opinion.
Yeah, you know me. I love Judge. I mean, I love Danny Dimes. That first game in Tampa. Couldn't make it to your bachelor party. My condolences there. Wish I was there. I got a fucking Danny Dimes t-shirt the next fucking day. I have both his jerseys. I have fucking signed memorabilia, hoping and praying he was the one because with Eli, couldn't move. He was like a house of bricks.
Nope.
This guy can fucking run. He's running like 25 fucking miles an hour, faster than Lamar Jackson.
Exactly.
It's nice seeing an athletic quarterback who isn't afraid to get hit, and he's fucking flying down the field. Eli, I think, had one rushing touchdown his whole life. Jones has had many. He's our leading rusher, as sad as that it can be. He's our leading rusher. I think he was our leading rusher as well last year. Pretty fucking terrible. I'm a believer still. I don't think it's all his fault. Look at Russell Wilson in Seattle. Terrible O-line. They have 3 wins just like us. He missed like 2 or 3 games, but he's playing like shit. Mahomes in the Super Bowl, they put up 9 points. Bad offensive line. He looked like shit. He looked like shit at the beginning of this year. He's slowly turning it around. Jones, I think he's played more games without Saquon Barkley than with.
Probably.
As a Giants fan, I feel like I've seen Saquon play like 6 games his whole career so far. I don't know how he's been so bad lately. But I don't know. Jones has a good arm. I think he has a better arm than Eli ever had. Eli used to throw ducks in the wind. His ball is fucking humming. It's got a tight spiral. He throws it on a rope.
But that's the thing.
He telegraphs his passes way too much, though. I don't know if it's because he's afraid that he's not going to have enough time, but you know where he's going with the ball as soon as he hikes it.
But not even that. But that's the thing about Daniel Jones. He's got above average arm. He's got above average speed. He's got above average, posture in the quarterback position. He looks like a quarterback, but he's not a winner. He doesn't win games. You can't even a guy like Mark Sanchez. He wasn't that great at all. I hate fucking Mark Sanchez. I hate the fucking Jets. But he won games. He managed games and he won. Daniel Jones doesn't win games. He's got to get the fuck out of New York. It is what it is. Hope he doesn't succeed like Carson Wentz is doing in Indianapolis, because I don't want to see Daniel Jones succeed if it's not in New York. I just don't think he's a quarterback in the NFL.
So do you think we draft a quarterback right now? We're looking at 2 top 8 picks.
I mean, listen.
I don't love any quarterback coming in this class.
I don't, and I think there's going to be 2 free agent quarterbacks in the near future, if not next year, the year after. I think Russell Wilson has a chance of coming to New York.
Sierra wants him. Yeah, Sierra wants him in New York. Apparently, Philly was going after him, but the more Philly wins, they might be comfortable with Hurts moving forward. I think Hurts is overrated as fuck, my opinion. He doesn't throw the ball. Can't win games in the playoffs just running every time. But that's another topic we'll get to soon. I don't know. Maybe we'll bring in a competition quarterback. Do
you want another rookie? I don't want to start over again, man. I'd rather a veteran.
You could bring
a 4-year veteran.
Bring in Aaron Rodgers. If you brought in Aaron Rodgers on this team tomorrow, he would die the next day. He would have no weapons to throw to. All of them are out hurt.
Okay, but then we sign him, and then we draft offensive lineman. Boom. There we go.
But he's going to be 38 next year.
Maybe not. I'd rather Wilson personally. I think Wilson.
Yeah. Plus, Sierra wants to. She's from New York.
Aaron's going to get into announcing. Aaron's going to be. He's on his way out. Wilson, I think, has a little more heart and grit to want to play more.
I don't know, man. I wanted Jones to work so bad because even our loser GM even said, if I don't get this pick right, it's going to set us back 5 years. This fat fuck needs to go. That topic wasn't here, but real quick, Dave Gettleman. is he getting fired at the end of the year, or will he be fired before that?
We have not made the playoffs in 10 years. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm going to say 1 time in 10 years. One time
since
that was
that
the
fucking
Odell
boat,
Beckham,
that Trey
the boat,
Songz boat curse.
the boat curse. That was 1 year we got blown out by the Packers in Green Bay. That's 1 time in 10 years, Brian. We're Super Bowl champions.
I know.
Years ago.
I know.
I mean, that was only 10 years ago. That's only 10 years ago. We got to be a franchise that is there to succeed and make the playoffs at least every other year, if not once in 10 years. Change needs to happen. Change needs to happen.
Yeah, I say clean house. They said that they're interested in Louis Riddick. If anyone doesn't know who he is, I'm sure you do. Draft analyst. He used to be a scout for the Eagles and Redskins back in the early 90s. He wanted Dwayne Haskins when he was asked if he was GM, who he'd pick. Dwayne Haskins fucking sucks.
Yep.
But he's a forward thinker, modern day NFL guy. I'm tired of giving people only Giants ties jobs. We got to stop doing it the Giants way. That way hasn't worked since Lawrence Taylor and Bill Parcells. That way is done. Tom Coughlin ain't coming back. George Young ain't coming back. Wellington Mara, who's probably rolling in his grave right now. Probably. Rest in peace to the great. He ain't coming back. It's terrible. But we'll see what happens. Still plenty of time left. We're not going to turn our season around, but Jones might turn his play around, especially with Kitchen. So who knows? Number 5, big one. Thank God we're no longer in high school. I still have to deal with these scumbag fucking fans every day of my life. You, sir, do not. Giants, Eagles at MetLife. Eagles are half a game back out of the last wild card spot. Who would have thought? We're trying to play the spoiler. We're trying to get payback from them tanking the last game of the season against the Skins, pushing us out of the playoff hunt. What's your prediction? They're favored by 3.5, Philly.
I mean, listen, anytime a road favorite is favored by 3.5, it's a sucker bet to take the plus 3.5 at home. Everyone likes taking a field goal at home. If you lose by a field goal, you win. With that line being what it is, I do like Philly to win the game. As a fan, I want to root for the Giants. I do believe it's going to be a shootout, though. I do believe Freddie Kitchens had a plan all along in case Garrett did get fired, that he know what to do. He's seeing from an bird's eye view what the problems are. I think he fixes it. I think it's a shootout. And this is make or break for Daniel Jones. And I'm going to tell you that right now. I already see him out. Everybody else mostly sees him out. But with the new offensive coordinator, I would hope he went into the office of Freddie Kitchen, spoke with him and said, Freddie, I need to improve. I got a lot of hate on me. What do you have planned for me? I expect a big offensive game from the Giants this week. Don't see them winning just because I'd rather them not. I'd rather get the higher pick at this point. But it's to get against the fucking Eagles division game. I like the Giants to actually come out and fight, but I just can't say I feel confident they're going to win this game. I can't.
Yeah, I hate these fucking games. Seems like Philly's had our number for quite some time, especially growing up in school. They might dominate us in the preseason, regular season, but we always end up winning Super Bowls, and they've always lost. Never really amounted to anything. They're hot. Their O-line's great. Their defense has a way better pass rush than us. Hurts is playing well. We fucking suck. Too many injuries, missing too many key players on the defensive ball. We're missing 2 captains, Blake Martinez and Peppers.
Big loss, Martinez. Big loss.
Big loss. I think they're going to be coming out playing hard, like you said. They got a lot of pride, a lot of hatred towards the Eagles of how they ended their season last year. I think it's going to be a close game. Giants do pretty well with Eagles quarterbacks, scramblers. They've knocked Vic out a couple times.
I remember that. They were big on
Jalen Hurts is a little bit smarter. He has that baseball background. He slides when he has to. He doesn't really take big hits. I think we win this game if we make him throw. He has a 58% completion percentage. That's awful. Last year it was 54. He has one receiver we have to worry about, Devonta Smith. Jalen Reagor is terrible. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside sucks. Dallas Goedert.
Like you know his name. You knew his name pretty well.
Dallas Goedert's going to spend more time blocking than fucking – because we're going to go after him. We fucking hate – Patrick Graham had enough. Fuck this. We're pass rushing all day or in their face. I expect Leonard Williams to have a big fucking game. Big cat, big dog. He better because he got a lot of fucking money this offseason.
Yeah, he does.
I'm going to take the Giants only because I can't predict the Eagles to fucking. I hate
No,
them
you don't
so
want to
fucking
say it. You
much.
don't want to say it. I don't want
I
to say it
say
either.
Giants will win 20-17. I think we're gonna come out strong though. I think first possession we go up 7-0 quick.
I hope so.
I think then maybe Hurts will turn the ball over first drive, get the nerves out of them. Then it's going to be a battle. But we have one of the best kickers, probably the best point getter on our team, Graham Gano. I think he's going to send it packing for them.
Just to sum up how much NY Giants Talks hates the Eagles. Quick, innocent story. When it was December of 2010, and the Miracle at the Meadowlands Part 2 happened, Deshaun Jackson returns that punt for a touchdown.
No vulgar.
No, I got you. The how many curses you said that day and how crazy you went when that happened, I will never forget for the rest of my life. That's how much you hate the Eagles. You were ready to you would if somebody was in front of you with an Eagles shirt, you might have killed him. You might have killed him. I hate to say it on YouTube, you might have killed him. That's how mad you were. You broke your door. You punched your door. I'll never forget that.
Thank God we weren't in school at that time.
Yeah.
I probably would have called out. There's been times where I didn't go to school the next day because I didn't want to hear them talking shit.
That's how much of a ride, how much you hate them. I know.
I can't stand them. It's been weird though. Ever since like McNabb and the Shady McCoy and Deshaun Jackson, I don't really hate any Eagle in particular. I just hate the fan base more than I hate the fucking team.
Hey, they threw snowballs at Santa. I'll never like them.
Like they celebrated when Victor Cruz broke his leg. Like the sports radio, I tell you, because I don't really get good signal for WFAN down here. Plus, I fucking hate that guy, whatever, Mike Francesa. I listen to 97.5 and all these Eagle fucking loser radio hosts. They talk they talk down on the Giants like their team has been the New England Patriots for the last 20 years.
One Super Bowl, I think.
This loser, Jamie Lynch host, has alopecia on his hair. He has no fucking hair on his head. And he continues to say Daniel Jones sucks, but then forgets his quarterback is fucking Jalen Hurts, who's been benched and replaced by Tua Tagovailoa, who sucks. Mac Jones outperformed them. There's a reason why this guy's been bouncing around the NCAA.
Yeah, transferred to Oklahoma just to play again.
He's a one-hit wonder. Teams will figure him out soon enough. Again, the Eagles have not played any team good this year that they've beaten. They haven't beaten one team with a winning record. They lost. They got killed by the Raiders, who we beat. They beat a banged-up Saints team with no Kamara and no Jameis Winston. We beat them in New Orleans with both of them. They got killed by the Chiefs. We lost to the Chiefs by a field goal. They got killed by the Bucs. We got killed by the Bucs, but they're the fucking Bucs. They're Brady. I think they're overrated. I like my chances. Going back to real quick with your Daniel Jones never won a primetime game. I'll give it to that. 0-8. 3 of those losses were not his fault. One of them, Ingram dropped that wide open pass against Philly last year. That should have been a win. And twice this year, Dexter Lawrence jumping off sides against the Redskins.
Oh, man.
That game-winning field goal that they missed the first attempt.
Yeah, we missed it.
And then against the Chiefs when Darnay Holmes picked off Mahomes and O'Shane Ximenez was offsides. They got the ball 5 yards quicker, quick to field goal, game over. Jones
he might have not lost it, but he also didn't win it. So
no. Jones should have at least 3 primetime wins.
My question for you, I got one question for you. You did your turn. So where do you see the future like with the Giants next year? Where do you think it's going next year?
Depending on how this season finishes out. If we win a couple games and finish like 6-11, 5-12, I forget this new schedule now.
Yeah, 17 games.
Yeah. It depends who our new GM will be. If our new GM, if Mara will insist that they gotta keep Judge for one more year. Most new GMs want to bring their own coach with them. They want to bring their own guys, their own scouts. They also want to bring their own quarterback. Maybe Louis Riddick doesn't like Daniel Jones. He says time and time again, if he's the GM, he would go a different direction. He doesn't believe in Daniel Jones. John Mara is one of the richest, most powerful owners in all of football. I mean, they have a fucking taunting penalty rule now because John Mara was so tired of getting taunted, which I believe is the dumbest rule ever.
So stupid.
Dumbest rule ever.
So stupid.
Fuck John Mara. I hate him. I thought he was like the world-class owner. He needs to sell the team, but that'll never happen. Their kids, grandkids will own them if this world is still existing. Where I see this team going, not good. Not good.
I think in the best case for us with the talent we have and maybe a couple of pieces on the line on both sides of the line is do exactly what the St. Louis Rams, or shall I say the LA Rams did. And that is go get a veteran quarterback that hasn't been winning, maybe like somebody Russell Wilson, maybe somebody, I mean, at the top of my head, there's other
Kirk
options out
Cousins,
there.
maybe.
Kirk Cousins not succeeding in Minnesota. Get a veteran quarterback, bring him here with the weapons. And in the meantime, draft a quarterback, maybe second, third round, somebody we don't got to put all the pressure on in the beginning and ease him in with the veteran quarterback.
Yep.
Then I'll see us succeeding. If we go the route of drafting another early quarterback, we're going to be fucking doing the same conversations going backwards like we are now.
Our new GM needs to realize this O-line is so bad.
Trash.
Our draft picks should be O-line and nothing but for the first couple rounds.
And then D-line, because we got to get a pass rush.
Yeah, this 3-4 defense, it needs to be scrapped. We can't expect 300 to 400 pound linemen playing defensive end. Dexter Lawrence is not a pass rusher. He's a run stopper. Same as Leonard Williams. He's not a D end. He's
They play with the nose, right?
And they draft these losers like Lorenzo Carter. He stinks. O'Shane Zimenez stinks. They drafted this one guy, Ellerson Smith. I haven't seen him play all year. He's a fourth round pick this year. Like these project players, I was talking to another buddy of mine. These project players that we draft, just like Ramsey Barden, remember him?
Oh, you were so high on Ramses Barden. That was your boy. I think it was number 7. It was number 19.
I thought he was going to be the next coming of Plexico Burris.
Yep.
He had that one good game against Carolina. And then he fell off.
I wonder what he's doing right now. I wonder if he smokes on herb. He definitely smokes on herb.
I follow him on Instagram. I think he's just chilling.
Yeah, you got to tag me in one of his posts. I got to see what Ramses Barden is.
I don't think he does much.
I do have one before I go. I do have one shout out to one of your fans, if you don't mind me shouting out.
Go ahead.
When I watch your videos, I look at the comments, I look at the people that make me laugh. But the one I had that stood out was Tuto Azore, straight from Italy. He's a paisan of yours. So that means he's a paisan of mine. I'm from the Bronx, straight Italian, 100%. Seeing Italy represent you and be so proud to comment on your photos and find you hilarious is awesome. So I wanted to shout him out and everybody from Italy that follows you. That's awesome.
I'm not sure what the time difference is in Italy. Do you remember
about
when you were there?
5 hours? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning there. Maybe
maybe one of these days we'll have to get him on here if he has.
Seriously, he speaks
whatever your name is. Please tell us your name in the comments. If you have Facebook, add me or send me your link and I'll add you. We're both Italian. We love our fellow paisans. I have family that was in this thing of ours. Rest in peace. They're no longer alive. But we support you. Good luck on your rugby team.
Good shit, man. Forza Uzzotti.
He's a big Peroni fan, he says. So next time
I got 12 pack of Peroni in my garage right now. Don't tempt me.
If I didn't have work tomorrow morning, I'd be drinking one. But next time I'll make sure I have a 6-pack of Peronis. Can you please explain before this video is over why you have a ski mask on your face?
We probably should have did that in the beginning. People are probably wondering, who the fuck is this guy with a mask on? I started a YouTube channel over quarantine where I was giving sports picks. I started off red hot, the masked gambler. It went with the mask theme of COVID and everything. And I got real hot in the beginning. I had 1 month. I went 21-7. I got 200 subscribers in like less than 3 months. It was a great run. And then as soon as it was just baseball over the summer, the only sport you could bet, I started to cool off. And then, I got my job back with COVID, started to die down, and I just haven't had the time. But, I'm considering giving it back. You know what? I was thinking about it. I'm going to give you a Thanksgiving bet for all your fans out there who ride out with me. And if I win, I might come back to my channel and start giving winners again. The game I was looking at is a shocking one. It's Chicago going into Detroit. Chicago is a 3.5-point favorite going into Detroit. I'm actually going to take Detroit with the 3.5. I think they're going to fight for that coach. They're Dan Campbell. They're 0-10-1 or whatever they are. I think they fight on Thanksgiving no matter who the quarterback is.
That's interesting you picked that game because I was talking to a coworker of mine today. They need to get rid of the Lions playing on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I am tired of watching them. They fucking
every year they
suck. And it's only because back when this first started, no one wanted to play on Thanksgiving. Detroit's so depressing of a state or whatever the fuck it is, town.
Michigan.
Michigan, whatever. I didn't go to high school for fucking history or whatever, geography. Fuck that, all that shit. Anyway, they got to get him off the team, off the fucking channel. I don't want to watch the fucking Lions at 12 o'clock while I'm fucking waking up. Like, put on divisional games. Bears-Lions is not a good divisional game.
It's a division game, though. It is Bears-Lions.
Not good. Put Steelers-Ravens.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Bengals-Steelers.
They did have that 2 years
Like,
ago, 8-15.
Cowboys are always playing, but they usually play a pretty good opponent each year.
Listen, you're
Giants
right.
haven't played in a
The
while.
Lions, not only are they the winless franchise when they went 0-16 and are winless this year, but they killed Barry Sanders' career because he retired early,
Yep.
and they killed Calvin Johnson's career because he retired early.
Yep.
So fuck the Lions. But I'll bet them this week.
Yeah, that means if you're listening, that's the only way to make this game exciting. First game of the day, you got to bet on this, or I wouldn't even bother watching this game.
Nope.
I play PlayStation if you got it. If anyone plays PS5, hit me up on Madden, Call of Duty, you name it. But thank you for coming on. We'll have to do this again. And depending on our outcome of the Giants-Eagles, if we win, but they do play again the day after Christmas, Giants-Eagles again in Philly.
26th.
I was thinking about going to that game, but I'm not putting myself in that fucking mess of a city.
No,
I fucking hate that town. I mean, these Philly fans kill each other over a fucking argument over the Phillies. There's one guy at a bachelor party at Citizens Bank Park arguing about who should have been the fifth starter. This dude ended up hitting him over the head with a beer bottle and killed him. These fans are fucking savages. Enough.
Listen, you knew it was fucked up when they were killing each other in the cheesesteak place a couple of years ago, a year or two ago. Come on, killing over cheesesteaks? Can't even fucking eat cheesesteaks and get killed? Get the fuck out of here.
When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, there's a guy eating literally horse shit on the ground.
That sums up the whole city.
Yeah, they're scumbags. If you need trash, go to Philly. You'll find it there. But anyway, thanks for coming on, Mask Gambler. We will do it again. Enjoy the rest of your night, sir, and I'll talk to you later.
Peace and love.
Giants.
Peace and love. Later.